Hi, I'm Eric. I film on my phone and welcome to another video. Today we're listening to Victoria Monet's debut album. I can't believe it's just her first album. She has done 4 EPs and I've listened to all of them. I don't remember a lot of the songs on it, but certain songs have been added to my playlist. I don't think I've heard any of the songs on this debut album, but I'm really excited too. If you don't know Victoria Monet, she has worked with Ariana Grande on every single album that she's put out, and she just makes straight up bangers. She's also a singer in her own right. She also did that collab with Ariana Grande called Monopoly. A banger. I love that song. Perfect. Let's get started. Track number 1 is Moment. Ooh, I liked how that came in. I think this beat works with her voice really well. F your fantasy, this is your mother effing moment. Period. Oh, this is such a jam. It's your motherfucking moment. Ayy. Oh, I like how that came in. So that was Moment. And honestly, what a way to open this album. Just fun, but also very pretty. There was a lot of touches that she added that I really liked. I re-listened to Anti recently, and that video will be up very shortly. But it reminds me a lot of Consideration. Just a statement, it's just a period, like, let's go. Let's ride into this album. Track number 2 is Big Boss, in parentheses, Interlude. So this is just a minute and a half, so it won't be that long. I like how this is introducing itself to us. I like how soft her voice is here. Ooh, make you feel, make you feel. Big boss, big boss. Dang, is that it? So that was Big Boss, and I quite like that actually. I'm typically not a fan of interludes. I feel like even though interludes make sense in terms of doing an album front to back, which is how I first listened to every album, it's a little hard to enjoy that when you're not listening to the songs in sequence and you just have this weird like minute and a half song that doesn't flow. But this felt like it was its own song. I wish it would have been its own full song. It could definitely have been longer. Honestly, both Moment and Big Boss could have been longer. I really like both so far. This is definitely a really groovy album so far, and I'm just really enjoying it. Track number 3 is Dive. I'm a sucker for really fast-paced lyrics. Just below the line, okay. Oh, this is a very sensual song. Very euphemistic. Is your neck game tight? Like, seriously? Oh my god. Oh, I like how she's saying dive. This is like Victoria Monet's Sweetener, the title track from Sweetener. I like this instrumentation here. Oh, did you hear the drops of water there? Sounded really cool. Did you really just put a moan in there? Okay. So if we couldn't get any more explicit. You're gonna end with that too? So that was Dive, and wow. She really went there. And she's a grown woman. She's more than welcome to talk about that kind of stuff. I just didn't expect it to be so explicit. Not in terms of what it's about, but like how she says it is very clear that that's what she's talking about. It's not like you don't have to read between any lines. It's really like the very mature and outspoken version of Sweetener, the title track from Ariana Grande Sweetener. I wonder if Victoria Monet wrote that too. Would make sense with some common themes there. I think I'm going to need to re-listen to it because there's so many good details on it like the water dripping, really like that. The instrumentation I really like as a whole. Not quite sold on the moans. I'm not really a person who likes songs that have gasps, moans, screaming, just very bodily noises, I guess. That's just a personal preference of mine. So I'll have to re-listen into it in order to figure it out. Track number 4 is We Might Even Be Falling in Love, in parentheses, interlude. This one's under a minute, so I'll get back to you in just a moment. This kind of has a similar groove to Dive. Love, love, love. So that was We Might Even Be Falling in Love, and that passed by quickly. I mean, it's under a minute. I really liked it. It was very pretty. Again, could totally have its own song, but you know, that's what Victoria Monet gave us, and I'll trust her judgment on it. I think I mentioned this in every single video, that the streaming era has caused us to make these songs so much shorter than they need to be. Like, I'm okay if you jam out for 5 minutes. I don't care. I love that. If I don't like it, I'll skip it and we'll move on. You get your stream money after 30 seconds, so it doesn't matter anyway. I think I'm going to like it. Again, I'm gonna have to hear it because I'm trying to sing over it on the first listen, and it's only 52 seconds. I think it builds on Dive nicely with similar instrumentation, but it's a lot sweeter because it's more romantic. About, oh, we might actually fall in love. It's not just about certain types of games that you might play. Track number 5 is Jaguar, the album title. Did she say what I think she said? You have 9 times to come hit that? This is the cat having 9 lives reference. There's so much going on right now that it's very hard for me to tell what she's saying. Ooh, I like this groove happening right now. Ooh, I like that too, a lot. Oh, I feel like we transitioned to a completely different song. That first part could have been its own interlude, Victoria. Oh, this chorus hits different with the instrumentation. Got 9 times to come hit the... So that was Jaguar, and wow, what a wild ride. No pun intended. I was a little confused at the beginning, but then I realized she said pussycat with the cat in there. And it's a cool metaphor, I guess, comparing herself to a jaguar. And I guess that's what this album's all about. Her being liberated and wild and free. And I think it comes across really nicely. I think the track is very experimental in terms of the production, but there's also a lot of stuff that's, I guess, nostalgic. Like, it sounds like almost something that we'd play in like a jazz band. I think it sounded really good. Honestly, I really like that. She is such a good lyricist. Like, she's coming up with a lot of double entendres, and I know I'm missing some of them right now, but the ones I am catching, they're just great. It's fun. It's cool. Track number 6 is Experience, featuring Khalid and S.G. Lewis. Oh, I feel like we're going into disco. Oh, and they just came in. Tell me what you came for. Ooh. Oh, I was not expecting the downbeat to happen right then. Hoping that Experience can get you a change. Interesting. Into some Khalid. Could get you to change. I'm hoping that Experience could get you to change. Khalid and Victoria Monet work really good here together. So that was Experience, and I enjoyed that. I feel like I may have heard it, but I remember very little of it if I did. It was nice. It was a cool chorus. I really like the chorus at least. And I couldn't really keep track of what was happening in the verses on my first listen. I don't know exactly what kind of experience she's referring to, if it's stuff that's related to the first half of the album and being intimate, or if it's more about just being a better person. I will do my lovely genius lyrics and figure that out. Track number 7 is Ass Like That. I think this was the lead single, but I have no idea what it sounds like. I like this group at the beginning. Ass like that. Wanna know how she get it ass like that. My pics. I like that line. I don't edit my pics. I like this guitar part here. The distortion on it is killer. You wanna know how she get that ass like that. That ass like that. Yeah. So that was Ass Like That. And it was an interesting song. It was a song that I feel like isn't a song that's made for me. I feel like if I was a straight woman, I'd bought my ass to that. Because it's just so hetero. It's, you wanna know how she get that ass like that. And like, cool, like, there's a song for other people. It's not a song I think I really am interested in. It also wasn't the most detailed song sonically. And honestly, I could be okay with this song being shorter and other songs being longer. If you had a quota of how long this album could be, I would take away from this here and put more other places. Other people may disagree, no worries. It's just not the song that I think is my favorite on it. It definitely feels like it's more of a single kind of song versus this is the deep cut of the album. Track number 8 is Go There With You. Did she just say Fortnite? I would rather go there with you. She did say Fortnite. I would rather go there with you. I can find a better place to scream your name. Okay, Victoria. Maybe I would rather go there with you. So that was Go There With You. And I vibed to that song. It was a fun song. It introduces that dichotomy that I've heard in some other songs of, I don't want to fight, let's make up because making up is fun. It's hot. It's just a very chill track. It's not trying to do too much. And for this one, I feel like it worked for it because I feel like it's a more moody, sensual song than some other songs on this album. So I understand why it would be slow and not overly detailed, but I liked it. Track number 9, last track on this album, Touch Me. I feel like I'm entering space. Ooh, I really like that change. I feel like I'm floating a little bit. This has so many good transitions in the structure of it, and I really like it. Cover my face when I'm saying too much. Alright, I see the reference to Makeup by Ariana. I like this grooviness here. I feel like I said groovy so much, but that's what this album is. It just puts you in a mood of let's just vibe and groove. I think it's very R&B. Touch me, feel me, get to know me. So it might not just be a physical thing, but an emotional one as well. Oh, I like this minimalist, very vocal heavy part here. So that was Touch Me, and I really like that. Honestly, that just faded me into a different dimension for a little bit. I honestly thoroughly enjoyed that. I felt like I was floating into outer space, levitating a little bit. In terms of the song, I think the song is both sensual as well as emotional and romantic, of touch me, feel me, get to know me. So not just understanding the curves of her, but also just what she is all about. With that, we have finished this album, and wow, it flew by. This is the shortest album I've reacted to so far on this channel, so that makes a little bit of sense about why it flew by. But also, these songs are really short, and like, go off for making sure that you only have perfection on your album. But honestly, you could make this album twice as long with the same 9 songs, and I would groove to it personally. Maybe that's not everyone, but it's me. I also think that certain songs could be made longer and other songs shorter if you had to balance it out and make it still that same length of an album. I personally think you could just make the songs longer and not have to worry about cutting anything. After taking a quick dive into looking at her other EPs, both of her Life After Love EPs, there's a part 1 and part 2, are both 25 minutes each. So it's interesting how both of those were considered EPs, whereas this is considered an album. I guess it's more songs, but it's just really interesting to me because, like I said, this album could have gone on longer, but it's only 25 minutes, very digestible in that regard, in that you don't have to block out even 30 minutes of your time to listen to that album front to back. I don't think I can really complain about it because the album is really good regardless. I have several favorites, which I will put up right now. So top tier are songs, instant bangers, love them so much, favorites on the album altogether, definitely on the playlist. Other faves are songs that I'll put on my playlist. They may not have made such an impression, but I still like them. And then the bottom tier is just not really my thing. Maybe they're just very forgettable, or maybe they're just not a song that's for me. And that doesn't mean they're not for you, they're just not for me. I overall really enjoyed listening to this project. Victoria Monet is just iconic, honestly. The fact that you have worked on so much with Ariana, and you were one of the 6 people that she gave one of her 7 rings to, that's iconic, honestly. And she's also a bicon, so love her for that. Yeah, I really enjoyed listening to this project, and if you have any other similar recommendations or even different recommendations, please feel free to leave those in the comments down below, as I'm very excited to listen to them. With all that, if you like this video, please like it. Please comment down below with what you'd like to see next on my channel. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already and you'd like to be, and thanks for watching. This is TurtleStormer. Catch you later.
It's storming turtles from out of the sky. Turtles don't need to know why. Just smile big, open your eyes. It's storming turtles from out of the sky. Turtles don't need to know why. Just smile big, open your eyes.